Hello everyone, welcome to Automation Community. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about set coils, reset coils and latching. So let's start. I will open CODESYS. Let's create a new project. Select template as standard project and click on OK. Select the PLC programming as ladder logic diagram and click on OK. Let's go to PLC programming and here we will insert a normally open contact and this will be input 1. OK. And I will insert a normal coil here and this will be output 1. OK. So here what will happen when input 1 gets on, output 1 gets on. And when we turn off input 1, output 1 also gets off. But when we use a set coil, when input gets on, that coil gets on, and when the input gets off, the coil remains on. So we will use the set coil here in another network. So we'll insert network below and we will insert a coil here, a normally open contact, and this will be input 2. OK. And we will use a set coil here, insert set coil, and this will be output 2. So let's simulate it. First, let's generate code and then go to online and start simulation. After that, I will log in here. Yes. And let's start. So when I turn on input 1, let's debug it. It values output 1 gets on. And when I turn it off, when I turn off input 1, output 1 also gets off. But when you use a set coil, what will happen? When I turn on the input, when input 2 is on, then output 2 gets on. And when I turn it off, the output 2 remains on. This is the use of a set coil. So set coil remains on. When the input gets on and then off, it remains on. So to turn it off, we use reset coils. So we will use that. We will stop the simulation here. We will log out and then click here, online, go to simulations. So we'll insert one more network below and we will use a normally open contact and this will be input 3. OK. And then we will use a reset coil. So to turn off this output 2, we will use one more coil, that is a reset coil, and its address will be same as that we have used for output 2. So this will be output 2. So let's log in here. Before login, we will go to online and start simulation. I will log in. After that, we will start. And you can see here, this output 2 is true because we have already previously turned input 2 as on and then turned off. So to turn off this output 2, we are using one more input, that is input 3. And with that, we have used a reset coil. This reset coil will be used to reset this output 2. So let's see what will happen. When I turn on input 3, we will go to debug and write values. You can see the output 2 gets off. So when I turn on input 2, let's debug it. Output 2 gets on. And to turn off the this output 2, when I turn off input 2, output 2 remains on. This is the use of set coil. So this output 2 remains on even if when we turn off the input. So to turn off this output 2, we will use input 3, and with that we will use the reset coil. And the address of this reset coil will be same as that of output 2. So we'll use input 3. When we will turn it on, we'll go to debug and write values. This output 2 gets off. So I will stop this, log out, and stop simulation. So in this way, we will be using set coils and reset coils. And now we will discuss about latching. So latching is similar to this set coil. So when input is on, output gets on, and when input gets off, output remains on. So this is a method of doing that. But we will now discuss one more method of, setting the value of the output as on even if when we turn off the input. So I will insert a network here below, and I will insert a normally open contact, that is input 4. Okay. And then we will insert a coil, a normal coil, in this case for latching, and this will be output 3. Output 3. Okay. And this output 3 will use this as here. So here we will insert a contact parallelly to input 4, and the address of this normally open contact will be same as the address which we have to latch, which we have to put on even when we turn off the input. So this will be output 3. So what happens is that when input gets on, when input 4 gets on, the signal will pass through this. As a result, this output 3 gets on. Okay, that's fine. But when we turn off the input 4, the signal will not pass through this, but the signal will pass through this contact. So previously when we have turned on the input 4, output 3 got on, and the state of output 3 is true, and when the state of output 3 is true, so is the state of this output 3 as contact. So this is also true. The signal is also flowing through this, and when we turn it off, when we turn off input 4, the signal passes through this and puts the output 3 on. It will remain on. So we will log in here. Before login, we will go to online and start simulation, and now we can log in. Okay, and then let's start. So when I turn on input 4, go to debug and write values. Output 3 gets on. And when I turn it off, when I turn off input 4, go to debug and write values. Output 3 remains on. How? This output 3 is on, this output 3 is on. The signal passes through this and keeps the output 3 on even if when we turn off the input 4. It was all about this example. Thank you for watching.